Hi everyone, this is Wendigo. I probably named the title I'm a big fucking idiot, or a big ducking idiot, and that's kind of what I am. And here's why. You see this? The last time you saw this thing, unless you're part of the Discord, it was just this. Now I made the entirety of the legs, I added this, and I am an idiot. This here, I probably could have made that like 4 pieces. I could have made this right here. I don't know how I could have fixed that actually, but still, this shouldn't have been what this is, and the head shouldn't be what it is. I went overkill, I don't have the experience, and I should not be doing this, yet I did. I'm gonna finish this the way, like this, because, well, quite frankly, I'm an idiot, and I need to learn from my mistake. I'm not going to redo this. I've spent 3 days working on this. So, yeah, keep in mind not 3 solid days, but it's more like an hour one day to get the foot done, and about 3 hours or more the next day, and then maybe 8 hours on the head. If you guys are wondering why the head took so long, number 1, I have no experience, but I did it like a Finn. Number 2, I redid the top part here 8 times. I had a mouth part I did 3 times, I did 5 times I believe, and the lower jaw here, that took me 3 times. I haven't got the neck yet. The neck is going to be a living hell. The body is going to just be a grind. The tail is going to be a grind. And if you can't read down here, it's a Falcatops, which no one has ever done before. There's only one image of it online. You know what it is? It's a black and white image, you know, because of the art style, and not really giving me enough information. You know, I can get the body done. I know what the neck kind of looks like, but the head was just annoying. The legs were almost impossible to do. So I basically tried going for a different creature and then had to redo them. So, and I'm running out of space. This thing is quite literally running out of room. Can't deal with this. The Vertex Snap has made this so much easier, but it's not as easy as it could have been. This is why I shouldn't have taken up this project. There are people who literally do so much more than me and know what they're doing. They know not to do what I did. And they wouldn't have done this unless they intended to. And of course, I'm an idiot. I decided to do this. I invested in it and decided it was a good idea. But look at this. This thing is well, it's not bad. It's actually the shape is quite right. I'm just finishing up here, making them more narrow, and actually finishing up the length and putting in the lip kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Once that's done, it might actually look pretty good. You know? Well, it's gonna look like it's supposed to, but it'll still look terrifying as hell. And quite awkward. The legs, I still kind of have a problem with. These things just are too straight, in my opinion, but it's the way it's supposed to be. This is right, in my opinion. I got that almost 100% correct. I have to put a body between here, which will be literally massive. It will be about 32 blocks or more wide. And lengthwise, this thing is going to be 3 blocks long, so as you can imagine, this can take me literal hours to get right. And I shouldn't have done this like this. I'll actually know if I can make it smaller in MC Creator, but let's hope, everyone. I don't know what I'm gonna base it, have this be. I think I'm gonna have it like a wolf, kind of. No, not a wolf, but probably something else. I have ideas on how I'm gonna code this thing in, This thing is kind of a territorial creature. I guess it wades along the riverbanks, leaving its crustaceans. But if you get too close, it'll hiss at you, and it'll bring its arms out for display, and it'll just kind of put itself lower and hiss at you. And if you back off, it'll go back to its normal nature. But if you get too close, it will bite you and back up again. And if you don't back off, it'll just full out attack you with its claws, which is kind of how the wiki described it. Little clarification: I do plan to add in a lot more different creatures. This thing has never been done in a mod. This thing has never been done other than one image that was in the Natural History of Kong, which I might get because it's a pretty cool book. But yeah, it's been annoying. It's probably going to end. I'm setting a deadline, so if I don't get it done by next Saturday or Sunday, this thing isn't. I'm just going to redo it and smaller. The problem is this thing is way too big. So yeah, I don't actually know if you guys are ever going to see this thing, but you probably will. And that's lower. But yeah, this thing is going to take me literal ages. And I think I'm going to stop doing this kind of style for my creatures because, yeah, that's kind of the problem I've always been doing. I've been overdoing it. So, keep in mind, I don't plan to do something like this again. And that isn't what I intended. Okay, whatever. So, duplicate. Transform. Flip. X. Okay, whatever. So let's move that over one. Yeah, that's not looking half bad. I'll give it that. So anything is like going for it. It looks like it's supposed to, and it's quite smooth-ish. I can't. And this thing actually has a couple of problems, though. One of them is that there's no actual color drawings of it, or no, and nothing describing the color. Nothing. So I'm gonna go for the old Kong Skull Island kind of color theme. I'm gonna go for a brown, green, and gray color for this thing, and hope for the best. Flip. Yep. So yeah, there's not really a timestamp on this because I don't really plan for it to come out, but there is a annoyance stamp. If I get too annoyed with this thing, it's over. So yeah. Also, I don't really have enough, I don't really have anyone really rooting for me on this. I have you guys, but yeah, you guys don't really have, I don't know. There's not many of you, eh? There's about 13 viewers that actually watch this channel. And some of you are here for different things, and some of you are here for other things. So, unfortunately, most of you aren't even here for this. Which means that, yeah, This thing is going to take me a long time to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the main problems with this mod is I haven't really been putting as much time as I can into it. You know, I keep on getting sidetracked, and I have stuff to do in real life, so this has been a very interesting project, unfortunately enough. So yeah, and another issue is this thing is way too big. It is very difficult for me to add blocks, because when I bring them out here, they are very difficult to rotate. And when I actually move these into here, it will move the cubes. Watch. See what I'm saying? That's one down. Okay, that's two. Now, while the vertex snap is a lifesaver by all means, it is also kind of a nightmare in its own right. So yeah, if you guys ever try to do a project, I don't recommend doing something like this pretty much ever. Unless you're really sure you want to, and if you have enough space and such. Because the only way I can really move around... Oh, wait a minute, that's not working. There we go. That's my lifesaver as well, because going around here has been a pain. Right click, left click. Yeah. So, this thing will not hunt you actively. It will defend itself, and it will keep you away from it. And maybe a nest. If I add that in, I might. But this thing will also basically just be eating the shellfish along the shore. So this thing will probably be eaten by a lot of things. So if I think I'm gonna have like a fear system, if anything that doesn't like it's too close, it'll run away. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't have any experience, so I'm gonna have to learn from a lot of tutorials, maybe some plugins and such. You know, a standard. So you guys, in 2 weeks or so, I'm gonna go back to the time travel mod and do a random creature. You guys vote on what you want, because I don't know. I'll see you guys later. It's been one to go, and fudge, where is it?